First, I want to say how deeply saddened I am for our neighbors who have experienced significant damage to their homes and businesses due to Hurricanes Helene and Milton. Not just in Florida, but to our neighbors in Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and North Carolina. In light of the recent flooding in our Gulf coastal areas and homeowners' considerations as to how to proceed, I thought I would just maybe go through a few options for you to consider to maybe help you sort through. So if your house is flooded, what do you do now? Here are some options, also followed with some pros and cons. I hope this helps. Option one, file for the insurance claim, rebuild on the ground as your home currently exists on a slab or crawl space. Not you just rebuild. The pros, it's the most economical, it's the fastest turnaround. You get back in your house a lot faster, and eventually you'll just continue to enjoy your life on or near the water. The cons, it can be risky. I mean, what happens if there's another flood event? Our flood insurance premiums are likely to increase. You might experience added anxiety during hurricane season, which would be understandable. You may have the possibility of double monthly carrying costs. You know, you're still paying your mortgage, assuming you have one. How much does your policy cover for temporary housing? Is it realistically enough? Is your coverage going to pay enough money to make it worth the time to rebuild? Things to think about. Two, rebuild using elevated construction on stilts and piers. The pros, significantly safer if there is another flood event, significantly lower flood insurance cost for sure. Eventually, you can continue to enjoy the lifestyle on or near the water that you love. Your ocean or bay view might even improve from that higher elevation. The elevated design offers that real cool flex space down below too. The cons, the demolition cost will be more expensive on the existing home. It will take longer to rebuild with this elevated construction. It's going to cost more to build, and you're going to have a higher property tax on this new home. Three, sell the damaged property as is with no renovation. The pros, eliminate this high flood homeowners insurance costs, eliminate rebuilding, the whole rebuilding process, no more worrying about your house flooding from coastal storm surge, and reduce your maintenance costs. Just get rid of this thing. The cons, the property is likely worth just the land value if you have not done any work, if you sell it in the damaged state. So you'll get a very reduced price. And this is only an option if you either own the house outright without a mortgage, or you have an extremely favorable loan to value ratio and you're able to pay off any remaining mortgage debt from just that land value price, or you just have some extra money and you can pay any remaining debt. Number four, file for the insurance money, rebuild the home, and then sell it. So the pros, get that insurance money, rebuild the house. In the meantime, you're allowing the we just had a flood market to simmer down. I think we can relate. Eventually, you'll sell a completely renovated house and you're likely to get more than just the land value. Everybody likes a fresh renovated house. The cons, there is a lengthy amount of time invested. The possible double carrying costs I mentioned, the damaged house and a rental property to live in, the risk of not getting enough money to make it worth the time to rebuild. So you're going to have to discuss all this with your insurance company, and most importantly, really think about what's best for you and your family moving forward. If there's anything at all that I can do to help, or if you need an opinion or a vendor contact, please reach out. I'm happy to help. Stay safe and remember, you are not alone.